about, we've put together with the help of our TV people that we've used for camp and we've used for some TV pieces between periods. In like 3 minutes, with great graphics, we've been able to cover a lot of this. So I'm going to default to video here in a few moments. But we have to be square on the puck. And that's where the thing is in the middle of our body, and it's square. When we talk about square, it starts at the middle of the goal line. And if the puck is here, that's called a square line. If the puck is here, that's called a square line. The goalie's got to be on it, cutting his body right in half. Good players change the location of the puck constantly. They have it here, they move it here. They take it here, they move it here. And a goalie is always adjusting to the change in location of the puck. Always adjusting. And that part's hard because it's a high-speed chess game. The shooters are trying to beat them with their hands. And the goalie's trying to prevent that from occurring in almost every circumstance in and around. So, let me just erase this. So, he wants to be square. The second thing we have to manage is what we call depth. And depth is how far the goalie comes off the goal line. The more we get to the middle, the more depth we need. Because the net, honest to goodness, how wide's the net?
6 feet.
6 feet wide. Is it always 6 feet wide?
No.
When is it not?
When you're at an angle.
When you're at an angle. When you're at an angle and the puck is here, the visual net shrinks. And I'm going to show you that on video. It actually shrinks. So the goalie at bad angles, at outside third angles, they do not have to come out as far to cover the same amount of space. In the good old days, okay, when Stu played, wherever Stu went, okay, the goalies, guy came down the wing, goalie would drift out here, take it away. But what he does is I call it a trade-off. If the guy has the puck here, we call that the front door. And therefore, anything behind the goalie is called the back door. You're always trading front door for back door, front door for back door. The further out the goalie comes, the more depth the goalie takes, the larger the back door, the harder it is to cover. But do you understand that? It's just a simple give and take. So we're always managing our depth based on the goalie S word, which is situation. If there's a player coming down the wing here and nobody's standing there, goalie can take an extra foot, can have a little bit more depth, can be an eyelash more aggressive. Same plays a 2-on-1, a guy on the back door, guy busting to the net, can't do it. The puck's in the same place. The situation changed, so our positioning changes. It's a game of situations. It's not a game of shots. So, back to my 11 lines. The 11 lines are as follows. Line number 1, I said, not line number 11. Through the corner of the goal crease, right to the face-off dot, is line number 2. Now, in the old days, that was the rectangular goal crease. Some of the rinks still have them. And one of the reasons it was there is the corner of that rectangle lines up with that dot. It's a straight line. It's part of the road map. And we have the same thing on this side. Right through to the dot. Okay? So if that's line 2, that's line 10. Now, the face-off circle, right here where the hash marks are, and the outside dot actually connect perfectly, which would be line 9. And if I drew it right, it lines up, that'd be line 3. Everybody got that? Okay. Then what happens is we're on the blue line right here. We're on the blue line right here. And that actually cuts these two right smack down the middle. Whoop. There we go. I can't draw. Right down the middle. Okay? Which then creates line 4, and then creates line 8. The bad angle, which is here, actually cuts this space that's created right in half to the hash marks. Not drawn to scale, but you get it. Okay? Line 7. And on both sides, cuts this space right in half. Obviously, it starts to open up here. Okay? So that's line 5. And then line 6 is right down the middle. It's line 6. We talk to the goalies. How do you know you're in the middle of the net? You know what they always tell you when they're young? I look at the other net. It's 200 feet away. I don't know if I can just make sure that I'm right in the middle. Some kids say, I look at the lights. Well, there's a lot of ice facilities where it's not in proportion. The lights don't go down the middle, and that messes up lots of guys. Honest to goodness. The best way to know you're in the middle is a spatial relationship as close to you as possible. And that's those hash marks right there. 15 feet, 18 feet, 20 feet, whatever it is away, that's how you determine you're in the middle. Not the center dot, not the far end, right there. And I know I'm in the middle. And this is kind of a roadmap. We try to train this, we try to use this, and it helps the goalie move around the net because he's not looking behind him. He might bang the post now and again. He's always looking out here. So it's these spaces, these cues that we use. Everybody got that? Okay. So we're talking about big squirt of the puck. That helps us. We talk about depth. It's situational. And the third thing that we really want to do is we want to try to get set. Set means they set their feet. They stop moving. I have a term that I use. It's called arrive early. I say it all the time. Arrive early, arrive early, arrive early. What it means is beat the puck to where it's going. If a guy has a puck here and they pass it to a guy out here, I want the goalie to get from here to here, maximize the depth, try to get square, and get there before the puck gets to that guy's blade. Because he's now arrived early. And he has a chance to set his feet. He's not drifting, which is the same term as gliding. When they're gliding forward, they're going to have a tough time going left or right. If they're late, they're behind the play. We always want to get to where we want to be as quickly as we can, as early as we can. And then this way, if the guy dishes it again, I can go. I'm not chasing the play, and it works out. So when we talk about positioning, these things are critical. Okay? Everybody got that? Perfect.
One question.
Yeah.
When you go get set, say you expect the pass to be going to this guy.
Yeah.
It's a broken play. He misses the pass. It gets to the other guy, and he scores because you set in the wrong spot.
Well, you're not really set to, you're actually watching the puck.
Sure.
Okay? And so what happens is, I am going to do multiple things. And they have to do multiple things. So if the puck's in this corner, we talk about first looking off the puck. Which means the guy's got it in my corner here, but I'm always looking off the puck. And I, in my head right now, have decided or read his options. Because I know it's either going to go to that guy or it's going to go to that guy. And I see them. And right now, maybe they're covered or they're not covered. And I'm aware of where the passes are going to go. So that's first. The second thing is I'm tracking the puck. And I have a skill that we talk about, it's called stick tracking. Which means this is my steering wheel. It's my steering wheel. So if I'm hugging the post here, and the pass is made out, my stick is tracking the puck, which then my body is traveling in that direction. If that guy lets it go and it ends up shifting over by him, I've tried to come to a stop, it moves, I move. So I'm really not in the wrong place unless I've got my eyes closed, and I'm not watching where the puck goes. Make sense? Okay? So, everybody got it? Okay. So, Now, a couple of these early ones, crispy